Oh, hey, you could actually see his All-Star trophy there.
Each character in this game, I believe, have 3 trophies to their name. Oh, and this skin is actually a reference to the original Mario Bros. And Lost Level, I believe, where this was Luigi's coloring, not his Fire Flower scheme. They changed it to look more like his Fire Flower scheme in the later games, but here and in 64, that's not the case, and I just exploded. It was a wonderful, like, 34 or 24% damage increase. But SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, I believe that is a good game. I truly believe that is a good game, and its quality to me is increased if you like SpongeBob for sure. Same with, like, really any game based off of a property like that. Like, even this game, I enjoyed the Smash Bros. Games more now because I like Fire Emblem. Like, because I've played through some Fire Emblem games, like 3. Why is there no Sacred Stones representation? Bugs me. Ephraim, is that how you pronounce it? Ephraim? I think it's Ephraim. Ephraim has, like, a lance. That's unique. That's something new. Instead of just more swords. I'm sure I like a lot of sword fighters, but seriously, lance. That has the potential to be awesome. Or even, like, have, like, Erica, who's more portrayed as using, like, a rapier. I don't know. Rapier? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's something along those lines. A stabby weapon, a fencing weapon. But she's more known for using that in the games, which, I mean, all the lords can use them in the games anyway. But may have her be more like a fencing type character. I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. I wonder what that is. Maybe that's just me. I think I went on a tangent there. But I also believe that SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is probably better than me now because I played it so much when I was younger.
I just killed myself again. Every time I get anywhere in a sentence, I die. Every single time. I need to stop trying to actually talk, apparently.
But that game, I believe it's a good game. I believe it's a great SpongeBob game, and I believe it's an amazing game for me. Like, honestly, I would probably put that in my top 5, top 10 at least. Like, for sure I'd put it in my top 10. I've never really sat and thought about my top 5. I know it probably include, like, Cave Story, Mega Man X, probably Banjo-Kazooie. Blaze Blue would probably be in there, too. But then there's, like, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones and Fire Emblem Awakening I also love, so that's kind of a problem there. So probably, like, top 7. Excuse me, jeez. I don't think I've ever said that more in a video before. But, so that game, I'm kind of slightly blinded, I guess? More like colorblind to how good it is because I, like, grew up with it and have nostalgia associated with it. Same kind of thing, I think, for a lot of people that love Star Fox 64. Finally bringing this back around. I don't know why, because I have the potential to die here because I finally continued on with that, but that I think is why so many people find it such an amazing game because they grew up with it. I thought it was a good, and for Yoshi's Island, I thought they were both good games. I'd probably even go so far as to say great, but I wouldn't say they're amazing games. They're a little wonky to me, but that's just me. And I don't really have any, like, good friend memories, I guess, associated with either of them. That's why a lot of games I didn't really grow up with, but still played to death, like Brawl, Mario. Well, no, I grew up with Mario Kart 2, specifically 64, but I love Mario Kart PlayStation 2, man. It's the best one. Also known as ATV Off-Road Fury 2. Woo! Did we fight Falco before? I don't know. That thought just dawned on me. But let's go with I didn't. Or no, let's go with I did, because I'm probably going to speed that up anyway. Why are they? Woo! To Donkey Kong! It's probably, well, now I think of, like, an even better example. That's probably why I like Donkey Kong 64 so much. Because I don't like it in the fact that there is so much to collect. I prefer more small to medium-sized games. Like, more arcade-style games, but with tons of replay value. That's why I love, like, fighting games, shooter games. And that's also why I've kind of played, I thought that was the enemy Roy, and I was over on the left for some reason, but I'm pretty sure that was Jigglypuff. And I'm not entirely sure why I like Cave Story so much then, because that's kind of a longish game. I think it's more like edging the line of medium. I don't really play all that much anymore anyway, but I still love that game. And I still listen to the soundtrack, so go play Cave Story if you haven't. If you want, I'll say this. Excuse me. If you want to play Cave Story, but, like, if you want to play Cave Story, please, I beg of you, like, look up reviews or something. And actually, no, I would recommend getting, like, the free version online, which you can still find. It needs an English patch, but I believe, was it Nicholas, I believe? I think it was Nicholas. The people that localized it. Actually, no, I think it was the creator of the game, Pixel. I believe he actually said, like, he will leave the freeware version up for people to download, like, because in the Steam version and the WiiWare version, all those versions, they add so much compared to the freeware version, but it still needs an English patch. But I would get that and play it. That is quite possibly. That is, like, that game, I am so extremely glad that I played that game blind. That's actually why I've tried to avoid spoilers so much lately as well. Like, there were a lot of games growing up that, like, I read a lot about before I ever got to play them. Like, what is one? A lot of the Mega Man games, actually. I browsed, like, the Mega Man wiki tons of times before I ever actually played a Mega Man game. I'm not entirely sure how I first heard about Mega Man, actually, but I did. I don't think I really did that with Fire Emblem, now that I think about it, but I think a lot of games, my experience was somewhat ruined, to be quite honest, by it. Granted, that's also kind of why I know so much about the games, because I knew how to get everything the first time, and that knowledge just kind of stuck with me. But I probably would have learned that knowledge soon enough anyway. And I know, like, everything about Cave Story now. But the first time I played it blind. And, like, getting most of the way through Banjo-Kazooie in my Let's Play, I did the majority of that blind, and I enjoyed it. Well, I'm as glad as you could be for someone who played it all the time as a kid. But, yeah. I don't really remember how I got on this tangent, to be quite honest. I think I started talking about Cave Story and just couldn't stop myself. Actually, I still haven't bought I've bought Cave Story on the 3DS, I believe. That's a fairly good version. It doesn't have the updated graphics, except they did downscale the upgraded portraits, which is a little odd. Oh yeah, and I think that stops the healing process. I've been trying to avoid doing that, but I forgot that time. Joy. Let me up! Whew. But yeah, I really like Cave Story. Really like. Oh, and actually, no, the Fire Emblem games, that's an example of the other one. I knew almost nothing about them before I started. Like, for the big reveal about Marth, I didn't know about that. That was kind of crazy. Which, I mean, spoiler, somewhat spoiler alert, I won't go any farther because if you haven't played it, like, that's what bugged me. I showed, like, a bunch of my friends, like, around when I was playing Fire Emblem, they got, like, I would play it while they were there, I guess. Like, while it was a big group of us, and I would play it, and eventually a couple of them got interested. But a lot of, like, I think pretty much all of them just, they looked up pretty much everything. Which I don't blame them, because after I beat it, I did that too, but them looking up spoilers honestly bugged me, because I knew that they would never have that same, like, feeling of, whoa, that was an interesting twist. Like, I'm so glad I didn't spoil anything about Sacred Stones. At least I don't think I did. If I did, I've forgotten by now. Oh, another example would actually be Sonic games for stuff I looked up a lot about before I actually played them. Yeah. That's why I didn't know as much as I do about Sonic 06. That, and I've started watching a Let's Play, but, I mean, and I've watched all the cutscenes, so, which I guess could be filed under looking up about, so. I'm not entirely sure how well this All-Star mode is going to go, honestly. I seem to be consistently getting past the halfway point, but not really any farther. Which, by the way, for any more modes of Melee, I might do, I'm probably actually going to do the target test for the characters, but I highly doubt I'll do the event modes. I might even do, like, multi-man melees or something, but, oh, anyway, you know, there we go. But don't expect the event modes. Event modes, I will say right now, at least for a very long time, aren't going to happen, because I don't like them. I've never beaten them, and therefore I've never gotten every single stage in this game. I'm glad that you don't have to beat all the events to get all the characters. That's very nice. Also, I don't think we fought Marth yet, actually, when I think about it. But I've still never gotten all the stages. I don't think I've ever gotten all of the retro stage, like the past stages for sure. I don't think I've ever gotten I think it was the Kirby's Dream Land one from N64. I'm pretty sure I've never gotten that one. I was never really concerned about it, because if I ever wanted to play those, I could just pop in the N64 one, but still. Yeah. And now I've got the other Smash Bros. Games to try and 100%.
Also, I don't know if I brought it up, but all the normal, like, main trophies of the characters, they're based on, like, their original, like, character art, I guess, or more recent, like, Ice Climbers. Theirs is just sprites, because that was the last game, like, they'd appeared in. Like, they even made for, like, Falco and Fox's, they made the trophies intentionally more low polygon. Those are based on Star Fox 64 specifically. And like Kirby's one, he has different cheeks. Oh, so different. Have we fought Pikachu yet? I don't think so. But I always thought that was a really cool... Oh, I'm dead. Darn it. I think that's the farthest I've gotten. I always thought that was a really neat detail. Okay, in this run, I will be able to continue. Sweet. This is a stage. This is Mushroom Kingdom 2, I think? I think so. Oh gosh. Yes, I want to see if I could get through that with no damage. I'm kind of surprised I managed it, honestly.
I'm pretty sure a lot of this is going to be sped up. This is pretty much just an episode, or at this point maybe 2 episodes. This is at over 32 minutes at this point. But this will probably be just an episode that you can watch if you really are interested in hearing me ramble on about things. I always accept the chance to ramble on about Cave Story and Fire Emblem. Always. Always. Actually, I think about the best example that hasn't come up yet. Recently recorded, but has not come up yet. I really need to record things more in order, because there are so many things that aren't, like, coming up yet. Like, that aren't coming up for a while. Like, okay, the farthest ahead Let's Play I've recorded so far is Let's Play 22. If that gives you any idea. It has been recorded for a few months now. That was recorded before Let's Play 10 was going up. I think. Excuse me, probably. But at the same time, like, somewhat spoiler alerts, I've already recorded Let's Plays 1 through 17, and then 20 through 22. And then another one I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. So, I still have that gap where 17 and 18 are where I have nothing recorded. I did start on Let's Play 18, but I did not finish it because I didn't think it was going very well. I just did not think that the recording was going well. I don't think my commentary was all that great. I didn't do, like, I was wandering for a good amount of the episodes. I only got 4 episodes in. I recorded, like, 3 episodes in a row, kind of wasn't feeling it, so I waited, like, a week, recorded the 4th one, and then a few months later, I just deleted all the files, because I didn't see a point in keeping them, because I didn't think I would just continue on from that. Which, I mean, I didn't like Kirby's Epic Yarn, but...
Actually, why did I do that for Kirby's Epic Yarn instead? Not entirely... I think it was to, like, show all the problems that I was having with that. And then that still kind of backfired, because there was that somewhat large hiatus where I still... Hey, Royan Ganondorf. Except his icon kind of looks more like Ike right now, but I digress. Oh, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, I'm still alive! I killed myself again. God darn it. If I just walked to the left instead of that. This is a horrible time to just continue, but I'm going to try and fight through it. Also, there's Roy's trophy you get for beating this, by the way. Spoilers.
If they spoil it in the game, I don't really mind showing it, to be quite honest. Plus, I've already showed it multiple times anyway, just kind of falling over. Actually, no, one time, I did continue once, didn't I? Yes, I did. So we saw it there. Also, fun fact, if you're going along with, actually, I already mentioned this fun fact there, but I might as well mention it here so I can talk about something. If you're watching the Pancake House, which is Mighty Money Man's collaboration channel that we decided on doing when we decided it was kind of idiotic for all of our collaborations to go on my channel when he was going to get one at some point as well. But that was originally recorded as Let's Play 21. So I've had to re-record Let's Play 21 as a different game, but I'm actually pretty happy with the one that I recorded instead. It was one I've been meaning to record anyway, so I think it all worked out for the better. Excuse me. Except it does kind of irk me whenever I watch, like, those episodes. It's very obvious that it was originally intended to be for my channel. Oh, I just gave him that. Oh, darn it. I also just made him, like, die, so that was cool. Not die, but get hurt by the stage. Woo! Apparently I've entered serious mode. That happens more often than you think, actually. Like, I noticed especially recently playing Blaze Blue, which is an awesome fighting game. I would easily recommend it in my top 5 of games. I already mentioned this in this episode once, but I don't care. Or that game being in my top 5 at the very least. But I could be fighting an enemy and, like, not really expect them to be all that great, and then just get creamed in the first round. And then the second round, like, I get a near perfect because I've decided to actually, like, be careful. I noticed that with shooters as well, like, top-down shooters. Not so much with third-person shooters, or first-person shooters is more what I'm thinking of, actually, but I never really think of, that never really happens in those because I don't really have the skill to go up to, like, super skill mode. But I still enjoy them. Honestly, for someone who has a Cave Story, Mega Man X, Blaze Blue, which is an anime fighting game, to put it bluntly, I probably actually put Gundamonium Recollection in my top 10 as well, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom in his top 10, it feels odd to honestly consider, like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as one of my favorite games. Mostly because of all the, I got that game at a point where, at a point where I was able to have, like, a lot of friends be able to play it as well, so we played the heck out of that game. To the point where I actually prestiged a couple times in local multiplayer. And I got max levels in survival as well. But that was a very fun game. I won't lie, I really enjoyed Modern Warfare 3. Every Call of Duty game after that has been somewhat of a disappointment because it can't really live up to all the great memories I have associated with that game. I mean, Black Ops 2 was good and all. I mean, I would agree that it's a better game than MW3, but I don't prefer it to MW3. It's like, technically speaking, you could say that, like, Banjo-Tooie, I'd say, is a better game than Banjo-Kazooie, but I prefer Banjo-Kazooie. I think there's a couple other ones where that happens as well, like other games. I'm having trouble thinking of an example, though. Oh gosh. No. Thank you, acid. Come on. This is where things get intense. Ooh, boy. Heart containers, I am ready to eat you. Actually, no, a better thing to say is, someone who loves and has beaten the Fire Emblem games on normal with permadeath on, mostly talking about Sacred Stones and Shadow Dragon. That game was enjoyable, but it wasn't my favorite Fire Emblem game for sure. It's in my top 3, but I've only played 3 Fire Emblem games, so that should tell you what I think of it in comparison to the other ones. It's a remake, so they couldn't really do all that much, admittedly, to, like, save it from the fact that it was the first one in the series on the Nintendo Entertainment, or no, technically the Nintendo Famicom, but still, they could only do so much, and I understand that. And for remaking it, I think they did a good job. I can't really comment super well because I never played the first one, and have never played the first one, and most likely will never play the first one, unless they decide to translate it for the English. Actually, no, even then, like, I already played the remake. I have no reason to play the original. Woo! But the fact that I beat it, technically I beat that one on easy, but that's because it was, oh, darn it. Or was it easy? It was either easy and normal, easy and hard, or normal and hard. I don't remember which one. But, there were only 2. One of them was labeled for beginner players, like, for those who haven't played a Fire Emblem game before, which wasn't true. I'd beaten, like, 2 of them. And the other one was for experts, which I'm definitely not. Not by any means. Gosh, darn, chapter, what was it, 18, 19? I think it was either 17 or 18, the last Fog of War map in Sacred Stones. That was, I have bad memories associated with that one. But, like, what was I talking about? I think I was ranting about Shadow Dragon, about how much I preferred the other Fire Emblem games to it. I would say I prefer Awakening, like, in pretty much every way, especially replayability to Sacred Stones. I don't remember what I was talking about, so I'm just gonna go with Fire Emblem. But I am, like, I think the ending of Sacred Stones to me was just, it is probably my favorite game ending ever. It is probably the closest I've come to in my entire life to crying. Which I mean, I've obviously gotten sad and emotional before, but I'm not really like a crier. Which,
oh gosh, yeah, that one went horribly.
I would love to replay Sacred Stones, but Awakening is just so much more like, it's so much more accessible. Like, oh, we're back to this again apparently. Like the difficulty is not as steep. It's so easy. Like, it's so easy to save. It's overall easier if you just want to relax with the not with the permadeath off. Like, it's so much less stressful of a game when you do that. And just like, come on, I would have gotten 0% if I wasn't idiotic there. And you can get all of the 10 characters from each of the past games. Actually, at least 11, I believe, and extras for Genealogy of Holy War. Which, if that so, excuse me. I don't play Awakening for I don't play it for the ending. Not even close. I play it for the experience. Once you get to, once you beat the last map, it doesn't even save you can't even save your progress. So there's no real point to beating the game again once you've already beaten it once. To be quite honest, because all it'll do is send you back before then.
Hey, Marth. This is so much like Shadow Dragon. Oh my! Why did they pick this for Marth's stage? This is nothing like how Shadow Dragon went. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ah. Well, this isn't good. Well, that went badly. Oh gosh. Woo! Woo! Sweet. I know I was talking about something before I went on that Fire Emblem tangent, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Oh. Hey, a trophy. Oh, that's the thing from Pokemon Snap, which I've played and have beaten. Best dang Jigglypuff. I got the best dang pictures of Jigglypuff you have seen. I deleted my progress so I could start all the way over, and now I don't have those pictures. You really would have thought that I'd have saved those somehow. I didn't have it on the Wii eShop not either. No, I got it from a used game store. I have Pokemon Snap. Son,